Dobby?
Dom.
Dom clipped his image?
No, his character picture in Roll20.
Oh, I don't have profiles enabled.
He included the words.
I gotta see this now.
That was
weird. Yes, that is on brand.
Yeah, Roll20's being a dick and I can't see it. I can't see it because Roll20's being a dick.
I'll screen cap.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh, you didn't see it last night? I can just show you the image. Hold on.
I saw a lot of images last night. There was a lot.
It's just the fact that it's not only the
it's
image.
good. Yeah.
It's that it's
that is the description too. Yeah.
It's like my mom put it there, you know? Like she took a picture of it with her phone and then just posted the whole picture to. Anyway, I gotta hide Avatar. I need the whole screen because I'm a poser.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's the brake check attempt. There's the cop saying, like, bruh, I'm right here.
Bruh.
Reminds me of the one time I literally watched a pickup truck run a school bus's stop lights, and there's a fucking cop car sitting right behind him.
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
Like, no, this was in person. Like, I was on the bus.
Oh.
Like, oh wow, sucks to suck. He was down on Main Street with that weird T that comes down off the hill.
Mm-hmm.
The one that should have 3 stop signs instead of 2.
This is a long ass video.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of them, so they must have been following this guy for a while.
I mean, either that or they were just cruising together.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't recognize them as cops initially. That is funny.
But yeah, the audio to that video is kind of loud.
Yeah. Well, I can listen to the audio later. I think the audio.
It's just highway noises.
Fuck highway noises. I ain't got time for that. I got game to run, and we got game to play. And to that end, does anyone object to starting now?
Nope, no objections.
I don't see... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good.
Right, everyone got their character sheets, got their water, got their chutzpah.
As a note, I'm incapable of recording tonight.
I've already got a stream up.
Woo!
Radical. Okay, so with you two post your doing the thing. Excuse me. Meant to cough off of Mike. Who would like to start us off with a recap of the B-sides?
Alina got a pet puppy. Vanya got pet skeletons. Everyone went on a nice long walk. We ended up finding a pair of people running out of the woods in terror, saying that someone else was already scavenging at the bones. We asked some questions. Turns out, with some institutional knowledge from Vanya and I think it was mostly Vanya and Alina, that we realized that they're Redcaps, evil fae. Yeah, that's what I remember specifically.
That's a good lot of it there.
Yeah, I think that covers the broad strokes. Yeah, you guys collected your skeletons from the refuse pit. You collected your puppy from the puppy pen. Made your way out into the woods, onto the old road, and then off of the old road to collect a number of rare alchemical ingredients. Using the chest of preserving, Vanya tucked those items away as she and Mbanje put their heads together to try to find these peculiar and rare things. Most everything you guys managed to find. Let me check here real quick to double check that.
We are only missing Fly Agaric.
Yes. So you guys managed to collect most everything but Fly Agaric, a rare form of spotted mushroom. Your intuition suggested that perhaps at Zalaris's Landing, a place currently known to have a number of strange fauna and flora about it due to the dragon's presence in the world, has affected his death on the island of Tikal. If you could investigate it, check it out and see what's there. As stated by Heather, as you guys made your way toward the location, you ran into a couple of men, for lack of a better word, who were in the area working on something. After healing up the dwarf, who was bleeding rather profusely, you learned of the presence of these small creatures, which Alina and Vanya together you figured out, ascertained, perhaps with the hint of their guises, as Heldy had noted, that these were Redcaps, fey creatures, very angry, very ornery. We last left our intrepid heroes and scavengers, foragers? Foragers. Scavenger has such a negative connotation. Our intrepid foragers, some minutes away from Xylaris's Landing. The dragon's body, half submerged in mounds of moss, grass, and greenery, is unmistakably draconic in shape. Though the head is missing, it has left an impression and a sizable crater in the ground. Heldy, you managed to spot a number of these creatures. You brought the information back, and in the comfort of your own distance from the action, you guys begin to form a plan of engagement. To recap, surrounding the dragon are a number of scaffolds, tools, satchels, and bags. It appears that a crew of some kind had brought tools out here for the purposes of something. Currently, Heldy has described a number of dwarfs, kind of puttering around, not quite certain what to do with the tools.
Alina is gonna let the stealthy people go first because she is the opposite of whatever stealth is.
Yeah. Mbanje's not that stealthy. Heldy looks kind of stealthy.
Vanya is currently instructing her skeletons to stay together, hang back, don't get involved. Hold hands, don't lose your partner, don't lose your buddy.
Hold the dog's leash.
Later on in the fight, one of the Redcaps gets thrown from the battlefield, only to stumble across two skeletons crouched next to each other, holding each other.
And a puppy.
And a dog.
Yeah, you instruct your skeleton minions to hold hands, and they do as told. Their bony fingers interlock. They look down at their held hands in unison and look back toward you, Vanya.
Mbanje whispers, "So I can change it to things? You probably know that by now. Maybe I can change it to something and just watch what's going on. I don't guess I have a way to talk to you if I do that, so you can figure that out."
That's great. So we're fighting them. We're gonna go in and we're gonna fight them, scare them off, kill them all. What are we doing?
Probably to kill them all. I think it would be the safest option. I don't want them to come back and hurt other people. They don't seem like the sort that are going to be reasoned with.
No, if they are indeed Redcaps, then they are best eliminated before they cause even more problems for the people in the area.
Alright, I'll
Well,
go after the big guy, and then maybe they'll stop being so fucking pain in the ass.
well, hold on just a second. So let me change so I can, get the drop on them. And then you can come in and get the drop on them.
The thing is that the Redcaps get more dangerous if you spill blood around them. So people who can fight ranged probably should fight ranged. I do not have the capability.
Mbanje, you're able to summon other creatures to our side as well, yes?
Yes, I am.
What if you were to summon some additional allies to assist with us?
Sure.
Well, are you able to summon and then transform into something yourself?
Checking the thing. I don't believe I can because it is concentration.
As a druid, when you wild shape, you can maintain concentration.
Okay. Yeah, I
From
can't do
one
it.
druid to another.
Yeah, so I can.
Abuse it.
So yeah, I can do that. That'd be a really good idea. So we're thinking range. What kind of range stuff are we thinking? More, some big eagles. Carry them off into the sunset.
Pick them up and then drop them from a very tall height.
That would be excellent.
Vanya's covering her face with one hand, half amused and half startled, while the player is cackling gleefully behind the mute button.
Instead of Redcaps, they'll be red smears.
Yikes.
As the DM sits back and stares at the computer screen, watching giant eagles just carry off his minions in sunrise.
This is what happens when you DM for DM. I get it now. I understand. I've learned. This is the end of my character arc as a person.
DMing for DMs is the best sometimes because they come up with this crazy shit.
All right, so meta question. No, that's concentration, not ritual. Damn. Okay. Never mind.
So if you become an animal, you cannot cast a spell. But if you cast a spell, maintain concentration, and turn into a creature, you can maintain concentration as your animal form.
Yeah, I was I thought I saw a ritual tag on conjure animals, but it's not ritual. That's just concentration tag.
Got
Um,
it.
okay, so all right, giant eagles. We can do that, and we just dive bomb and carry them off, and just like drop them from the very top of the tree canopy, and we'll see if they can fly. They probably can't, so it's gonna probably kill them a lot.
I think that is a very quick way of disposing of one or two. The rest we may have to deal with. And I kind of look around the group and look at Incognitus and Alina. The two of you are very good at drawing attention and pulling people to you, yes?
Yes. Kind of my bread and butter.
Just nods.
I will hang back and see what I can do at a distance. I do have the one spell that has proven very effective at holding attention, so long as I don't catch any of you looking at it. Shuffle awkwardly.
Alright, just don't look in your general direction.
I will cast it behind everyone as we push into the fight.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I don't fight far. I'm up close and personal. So, yeah.
Probably flanking with me or Incognitus would be the best bet. So we can be large and intimidating, and you can be stealthy and dangerous.
I'm actually a lot better alone, but we'll see.
Alright.
Oh, I have an idea. What if Alina and Incognitus were to approach and question these individuals? Haldi and I can hide in the woods to watch and see how they react. And Mbonje's eagles can be circling nearby and he will be ready to jump in if things go bad. Make them think that there is only two of us when they don't understand how many of us there are.
Well, if they're the ones hurting people, it's almost guaranteed that they're gonna attack. So this is a good way to get around them and have them put their guards down.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
I clap my hands together once, delighted.
All right. With that, Mbanje is gonna take a couple steps back from the group. Take a deep breath. Hold his arms out. Come to me, O Fey spirits, into the forms of giant eagles. As he casts conjure animals to conjure two giant eagles.
Okay, so you reach out into the green, into the powers of nature, and impose your will. You call forth a number of entities from beyond the material plane, and they manifest in front of you, swooping down from several feet in the air to coalesce green motes of energy that blossom and twist and transform into these regal and elegant looking intelligent eagles, which sit upright on their talons before you.
Mbanje reaches over and gives him a good stretch. Keep alert, guys. We're gonna probably need you really quickly.
They each incline their head. One of them leans into your pedic. And you get that they understand and will follow your directions. Do you send them into the sky, or
Oh, I thought somebody else was gonna step in.
yeah? No, what's next for the preparation?
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna send them into the sky. Um, so just hold tight. And that's about. Actually, no, I should have a wild shape myself.
All right, so you're gonna wild shape as well.
Yeah, wild shape into a. I think I can do giant eagle. Let me check and make
So
sure.
CR1. I don't know if you have flight yet.
Flight, I think, is the last thing you unlock for wild shape druids.
Okay, so I'll choose a wolf then.
Yeah, at 8th level, you can do it. What level are you?
I am currently 6.
All right, so in 2 levels, you can turn into a giant eagle,
Okay.
and you can have a CR1 half creature. Do you currently have a wolf token available to you?
Yes, I do.
All right, cool. Okay, so you guys watch as Mbanja gets down on all fours, and then this whirling green energy just kind of quickly overtakes him as he shrinks inside, transforming as the colors and light resolves into the form of a somewhat scraggly, dreadlocked wolf. Vanya, you get your skeletons to not fight. You stop the skeletons from fighting. They're holding hands as you hand over the Mishka's leash.
Yeah, I'll hand over Misha's leash.
Yeah, they hold on to Misha's leash. One of them looks down at the leash that they're holding curiously, kind of lifts it a little bit off the ground, kind of lifts the puppy off the ground a little bit before gently setting them back down to the ground. They look back toward you, Vanya, with that kind of vacant, unintelligible gaze. You can't tell if they're confused or approving.
All right, now Jack, you hold on to the leash. Make sure not to let it go. The dog might tug, but you have to keep him safe. I just continue giving them instructions.
Yeah.
I've
By
settled
the
on
time,
naming one of them Jack. I haven't decided on the other one yet.
by the time you finish, by the time Banji finishes summoning of his friends and turning into a wolf, you have instructed your minions to the best of your ability.
I will also kneel and find a nice, like crunchy stick and give it to Misha. All right, be a good boy. Mama has to go to work, okay? I'll give him some kisses.
Yeah, you kiss, and he kind of like does that puppy mouthing thing, trying to like bite your chin or bite your nose or bite your cheek. You land the kiss, and you manage to impose the stick and not what's left of your face for him to chew on.
Yes.
He just nomps onto it and begins to chew with reckless abandon.
Fantastic. That'll keep him occupied for hopefully the time it takes for us to kill some redcaps.
Hell yeah. Does anyone else have additional preparations to make?
Not I.
Nothing beyond stealthing on approach.
Okay, so as I understand it, some of you are going to be approaching, some of you are going to try to flank. Do I understand that you guys are trying to surround these guys?
Yes, that is my understanding.
Hildy's gonna go after the biggest one, just because she figures try and get him out of the way.
Right. But you guys initially had mentioned someone or someone's going to talk first to distract them.
Yes.
That's correct? Okay. Who is in that party?
I think
Who
it's.
will be the talkers?
I believe it's Alina and Incognitus because we're both in heavy armor and there is no chance of stealth.
Indeed.
All right. Cool. And the rest of you are planning to either attack from behind or surround, right?
Correct.
Yep, I imagine I will probably be moving. It's probably best if I move with Heldy and Mbanje. That way, if I cast my hypnotic pattern, I can do it in a place where it's unlikely to get my party, so I can kind of warn them not to look in the direction.
Okay. So you guys are moving all together. You and Banjay and Helgi.
I would suggest Heldi and your character Mish going one direction and Banjay the other, since he does have the birds above, and he's a wolf.
Good to me.
Okay. Heather, a few seconds ago, you made like a hesitating noise. Was there something else you wanted to add?
Oh no, I was saying that Alina loves starting bar fights.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. So, those of you who are stealthing, I would like you to make a stealth check. And Banjay, you have the Giant Eagle stat block. You may roll for your Giant Eagles. And please post in chat what you roll.
I'm trying to move quietly through the jungle in a full-on dress. It's not going well.
You got anything to change that roll?
Oh, actually, now that you mention it, let me double check something.
Are each eagle independent, or is the eagles as a group?
Independent. So Eagle 1, Eagle 2.
Okay. I have magical guidance that allows me to spend a sorcery point to reroll an ability check that fails. I'm pretty sure a 3 is going to fail, so it's up to the DM if I can reroll that.
You can reroll that 3 if you choose to reroll that 3.
I will reroll the 3.
Oh shit, guys! And Banjay rolled that 1.
This is going great.
That's fine. They'll just think he's a big wolf.
As a wolf, wolves don't have advantage on stealth or anything. No, I think they have advantage on perception.
Perception and pack tactics.
And hey, that's good to have. Okay, so that's a nat 1 for Banjay. Woof. Alright, so Incognitus and Alina. You guys make your way forward as your friends disappear into the woods. You hear a little bit of noise as some twigs are broken, some brush is rustled. But after a few moments, you lose track of your allies as they move off into the distance to flank and keep a close eye, but not too close of an eye, on your new friends. Friends you're about to make. It takes you the better part of 5 minutes before you begin to hear the sounds of grousing, grumbling, mumbling, and other what you perceive to be, with just your passive insights, shit-talking of a form. Do either of you speak Sylvan?
Hell no.
I do not.
Okay.
Sylvan is not Elvish, no.
Nope. So, in voices that are similar to Elven, almost Elfish, but kind of weird and kind of fruity flavored, you hear what can not be unmistaken as expletives and strings of more expletives. There's no crash, there's no boom, but there does seem to be a general air of discontent among the rabble ahead of you. As you guys move in your heavy armor through toward Xylarus's corpse, the grousing comes to an abrupt stop. You hear the snapping of twigs, and even to your somewhat less than perceptive ears, you likewise hear the sound of heavy footsteps approaching. As you break the tree line and make your way into the depression, the the skid mark, the crater that leads to Zalaris's body. You two may place your icons on the map in this quadrant right here.
I don't think that showed up for me.
By the tail.
Are my pings being seen?
No. You might be on the wrong layer. There you go.
Huh.
Oh, now Incognitus has disappeared.
Some bad things are happening. Hold on.
The Redcaps got me.
Okay. I think where we're supposed to be. Hold on one second. I gotta change the settings so I don't do that again.
Make a show of like taking a gander at this skid mark, because this isn't something you see all the time.
Alright, I think everything's on the correct line. Yeah. You're going to make a show of it. Are you trying to come off as like touristy? What are you trying to convey as you make a show?
The big beastie that got taken down, and this is impressive.
Okay, I'll let you choose to make a performance check or a deception check to look like a tourist.
Can I assist as Incognitus examines the skid mark? I'll be like, so I was up there when I killed him, and he slid all the way over here.
Yep, you can roll that performance or deception check with advantage.
It's a +0 either way, so I'm gonna go with a performance, because this is legitimately impressive.
With a 17 performance, as you two appear, you see ahead of you there are a number of small folk. You see a handful of what look to be gnomes and a handful of what look to be halflings and dwarves. All in various states of disheveledness. None of them quite look too similar to the other. Alina, you are a port kid. You don't recognize any of them except for one over in this direction, who looks an awful lot like the man you just healed. Though the eyes are kind of not right, and the face is kind of wide, and the nose is kind of too small. It's like a B- for effort. As you make your presence known, this dwarf in the back, a somewhat taller and somewhat more rotund figure, scraggly haired, broad-shouldered, with an ill-fitting tweed jacket, begins to stand up taller upon the mound that is where Zalaris rests. Aye, what's all this then? Ah, so you doing a lot of gawking? Well, you may as well take your gawking somewhere else. This is no place for tourists.
Considering I was the one who killed the stupid thing, I think that I'm allowed to show it off to any of my friends.
He ruffles slightly, and you see the number of small folk kind of shuffle a little bit. Some turn their attention back toward him.
And I'm happy to roll an intimidation check with that, because she does mean it to be kind of a little menacing.
Yeah, you can roll an intimidation check.
Sounds good. Alina will be level 20 and still riding the fact that she killed a dragon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Especially under level 10.
So, for intimidation... Oh, I'm not trained in it, so it's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. The creature looks flummoxed. He glances about somewhat and grasps his belt, and you see him pull his belt and his pants up just a little bit higher. There's a little bit of sweat on his brow, and he looks askance a few times. Well, I beg your pardon. Do feel free to look around if you must take in the look of your trophy before it's been rightfully taken apart.
Rightfully?
He nods curtly toward you a few times. As was contracted, we here is doing our jobs, and we's just taking a break right now, but we's is little by little stripping this thing bit by bit till all the pieces have been supplied to the purveyor of our contract.
Right, so the contract would probably be through the Black Dragon Commission, of course.
He lifts up a finger, pauses for several moments, and as this carries on, B Squadron, those of you who are stealthing, what are you guys doing as you begin to approach from a distance?
Well, Embodi's gonna see which way the other two are going, and just start skulking the other way.
You break off from the others?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm following Heldy and trying to like mimic her.
Hildy doesn't know why you're following her, and kind of makes a gesture to like follow Mbanje.
You shoo off Vanya?
She's loud.
She's not that loud. She rolled a 16.
I mean, she might be.
I mean, I could follow the wolf who rolled a natural 1.
You could
as he
follow
clops off
the natural one
loudly through the jungle.
They have a wolf around a carrion, or a bit of carrion this big.
All right. So as you guys begin to close in, some of you breaking off from the others, the dwarven gentleman, he licks his lips and glances, and he points at one of the other dwarves. Oh yeah, contract in the bag. Go ahead and fetch that, would you? And the dwarf in question, smaller in stature, kind of wiry, kind of scraggly, moves off to one leather bag sitting on the ground, rummages through it, kind of just starts throwing things out of it with reckless abandon. You hear the jingling of coins as a pouch lands and a heavy thump nearby. What appears to be claws of various shape and size get tossed and land haphazardly, and then he moves and begins to search a different bag. Right, that bag right there, that's the one. As this goes on, several of the other dwarves begin to move. Shuffling their feet, looking back and forth to one another. Why can't I grab this? One moment, please. Because you're on the map layer, goddammit. Okay. Can I get an insight check from both Alina and Incognitus?
This is gonna go well, y'all.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's a natural 20!
Leah.
We're off to a wonderful start.
Leah, these guys seem really awkward. They seem really Incognitus. These guys seem really awkward. They seem really like they don't know what to do, or don't know what to say, or like they didn't cut their pants down, like, you know, two hands in the pie hole. Alina,
Fun.
you see some not anxiety, but anticipation. You were just spending the better part of your morning with dogs, and this is like
they smell
dogs on
blood.
a short leash.
Yeah.
Something's going on. They are on a hair trigger, it seems. One of them pauses and looks out into the woods and kind of begins to meander closer toward the bush.
Going for a piss then. She'll shout out to the one meandering closer to the bush.
The creature pauses, glances at you. I don't get it. What? No, piss. No piss. Scratches behind his head. He glances back out into the woods, glances back at you, and moves back. Not back to where he started, but a little closer. He kind of kicks the ground a little bit with his foot.
I was gonna say if he had insisted, yeah, I'm going in the bush, I would have called out, careful, a corpse this big's probably gonna attract a lot of scavengers.
Yeah, Alina had the same thought.
After several moments, this dwarf over here manages to produce a scroll. He moves over toward the largest of the two, the apparent foreman of this contingent, and hands it over. As the foreman reaches out, they kind of like tug the paper back and forth a few times before he yanks it from his underling's hand. Let's see here. Right. A requisition of monster materials, parts, bones, teeth. Well, there's no heads and no teeth. For one Thuric Redstone. Thuric Redstone. He's a smith. Big smith back in town. Really good with doing smith things, like making swords and such.
I know Thorak very well. I've known him almost all my life. I'm best friends with his adopted daughter.
Oh, you do? You do? Small world, innit? Small world, innit?
Isn't it? Just.
Innit?
Can I see
Innit just so small.
You know, he can be a little tricky with contracts. Let me take a look at it for you. You know dwarves, I mean, no offense or anything, but they can be tricky with contracts. It'd be a good idea to let me take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty true. Dwarves do tend to drag people across the coals, yeah. As a matter of fact, no. I would go as far to say that you are beginning to interfere with our work. Our break has begun to run a little bit long in the tooth. If I could be so bold, I would prefer if you and yours were to carry on.
Right. So, she'll produce her badge and be like, so I'm a blackguard with the Black Dragon Commission. I recommend letting me see your contract.
He kind of squints and looks in your direction. As you move forward, others begin to shift and move toward you. The back cups his hand to his brow, squints, and looks in your direction. Sucks his teeth. Afraid I don't quite recognize that out here in the woods. Are you some kind of lawman? Law person? Investigator, huh? Yeah, I know investigator when I look at one. Well, I would have you know that this here is outside of the jurisdiction of your kingdom. I don't see any castle walls, so king's orders don't apply out here.
Yes, but the dragon was killed on the order of the Black Dragon Commission and under their umbrella, so theoretically all of its goods belong to it. I know property law can be a little complicated.
You bring a warrant. He sizes you up.
Incognitus, did we bring a warrant?
That's the funny thing about the rank of Blackguard.
Oh, breaking up.
That's the funny thing about the rank of Blackguard. We are the warrant.
It's true! It's good to be us. It really is.
He gives pause for several long moments. That's so, huh? Well, that does put us in a bit of a bind. You see, well, we don't this commission, this Lord, sitting on his throne and all. All right, boys, jigs up.
Oh,
As he
okay.
calls out that the jig is up, those of you who have been hiding in the woods, you have a surprise round that you may take at this moment.
Right, I was going to say, since that was a lot of time into position, when Heldy motioned me to follow after Mbanje, I would nod and go after him, and then after a moment, I would instruct Petal to go and approach the dragon pit along the furrow that Zilris created, buried into the ground. So she's coming up behind my companions, and let her know to keep watch. And when it looks like the dwarves are getting angry and pulling weapons, her job is to meow very, very loudly. After giving that instruction to Petal, I would subsequently use the message cantrip to start telling all my companions to, when they hear the cat meowing, do not look at it. And then I would position myself after Mbanje to get a view of the area.
Do not look at the cat.
Roll me a quick retroactive stealth check for Petal. You may take advantage because it's a small cat in a furrow.
All right. Petal, please tell me your stealth check is better than mine. Petal gets a natural 20 because she's a small fey cat in the jungle.
Your allies are none the wiser as Petal gets into position and prepares to mule and sing with reckless abandon. Looking at chat, and Bungie, were you about to do something?
I was about to ask, where, how far would we have been able to circle? Could we?
Right, so because you guys have been stealthing, you may position yourselves anywhere on the periphery of the map. So any of the outer squares, you may set yourself upon, or you can put yourself just outside of the map's area and attack from that direction.
Okay. So Mbanje rolled a nat 1. How does that factor in?
Full disclosure, one of them noticed you and then got called out for taking a piss.
Okay, that's what I thought happened, but...
How deep is the furrow?
The furrow is deep enough that you could stand in it, and it's chest deep for you. If you stood in the furrow, it would be half cover.
Well, I'm just making sure that I can cross it if I need to.
You can cross it, it's just a hop.
I don't know how y'all do the fancy picture swapping, but I'll worry about that later.
I was gonna say, do you see on the side where you pull your character from? Do you see a wolf token anywhere on that list?
No, wolf is not one of the things I have there.
No, you just pull the whole token out.
Oh, there it is.
Foof. Deuces.
Did you go wolf or dire wolf? Because dire wolves are bigger.
Wolf is Wolf is 1/4. I can only do 1/2, right?
You can do up to 1/2 right now.
What's dire wolf? 1/2?
I'm looking for it.
No, it's CR1.
Yeah, so I thought.
You must have gone, different circle.
Yep, Healy Druid, not a Hurdy Druid. Okay. Alright, so starting with the highest initiative, that's going to be Heldy. Do you have a held action? Or what would you like to do with your surprise round?
I'm gonna fucking go after the big guy, the one that's in charge.
Right, you see the dwarven foreman is standing around here. His back is to you, just in a coat that is a size too small for him.
Yep, I'm gonna get myself up behind him, and I'm going to, with my rapier drawn, I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Shank a bitch.
This is at advantage.
Nat 20.
Oh boy.
Fucking shitting me. Okay.
I am not shitting you. You told me advantage. I rolled. My first roll was a
Yep.
17.
This is at advantage.
So that is max damage plus a die, right?
This is yep. So what is your rapier? A D6?
It is a D8 plus 3
D8.
piercing.
Okay. What is your sneak attack right now? 3D8? 4D8?
Let me double check.
Should be D6.
Sorry, yeah, D6.
Yeah, I think it's a D6. Extra 1d6.
You are higher level. It's more than 1D6. You should have this written down somewhere.
Yeah, I can only read so much at once. Hold on. 3d6.
3D6. So, 8, 6, 12, 18.
Well, it's 11 because it's a plus 3.
Yes, but the dice itself is maximized.
Okay.
Okay? So, your sneak attack dice is maximized. Your weapon dice is maximized. Then there's the plus 3. And then you roll your dice.
So do I roll 3 more sneak attacks and an additional d8?
Yes.
Okay. This guy
So,
might die.
Hope you have your calculator out.
I'm pulling it up now. Alright, so
many
where are we
rolls
at?
When you nat 20'd.
So it's 8 plus
Plus 18.
18.
Plus 3.
That's already 29, so... That is 49 points of piercing damage.
Okay, one moment, please.
These guys could just blow up into chunks.
All right.
Rogues are devastating when they get to go first.
How are you doing this?
Alright, so she comes up to him, sneaking, and she sizes him up, and he's a big guy, and she's used to dealing with a big guy. The other guy was on drugs, though, so this is a lot easier. So she comes in with a rapier, and she immediately stabs him square into the back, right where the kidney would be, where it's a nice soft spot where there's no bones quite in the way, and then she draws it up until she hits bone before pulling it back out.
Okay. So you get in under that coat as tight and as form-fitting as it is. And as you stab forward, you feel there's very little resistance. There's a bit of sponginess and a bit of flabbiness, but the cotton and the leather does not meet resistance. You pull up in through his coat, and you don't see it tear, but viscous, deep green fluid begins to spew out onto your palms and forearm. It is hot and it smells funky. He lets out a "Oh, damn, fuck!" as he tightens his back and stands with his buttocks clenched, swirls around to look at you, and you see as his disguise, the shimmering outline of his dwarven form, begins to twist and inflate and shrink, losing cohesion. You see his teeth are pointy and jagged, and whatever mojo he's using to keep this shape, it is breaking, and 40 something? Yeah.
49.
And he is unable to maintain concentration.
Is he still
As
standing?
He is still standing as the shimmering form of this dwarf dissipates.
All right, I'm gonna make my second attack
You make your second attack.
with
He
my
turns.
offhand.
You are facing his chest with your offhand attack.
Is it at advantage?
No, you have made your presence known.
Does a 16 hit?
On the money.
Sweet.
You can only use your sneak attack once per round.
No, I know. Well, max damage to 4. That is an additional 7 piercing damage with my dagger.
You plunge your dagger into his gut and watch as the coat transforms and turns into mottled, green, muddy-looking flesh. A round pot belly stands before you as lanky, broad shoulders and wiry forearms extend outward. He is much, much bigger as his disguise gives way.
All right, and I am going to get the
Oh,
fuck
shit.
back away from him.
All right. You get the fuck away. He reaches out and attempts to swipe at you.
I don't think he gets
But you are a
Swashbucklers.
swashbuckler. He misses, and you can place yourself where you'd like to be on the map. Well, I mean, within your movement speed. You've used, 20 feet of movement to get there?
I think it was 15.
All right.
So I'll squeak myself back into the woods because, oh shit, he got huge.
He got huge. As his wiry, oily, long, and gross black hair flings about. He tries to grab you. His blood sprays out of his back and his front. His claws narrowly miss you. One by one, the illusions upon the other dwarves begin to dissipate. Second, who's got higher dex, Vanya or Sanjay?
All right, I gotta let him out.
I was gonna say, can I take like a bonus action to like clap at the show because
Oh, that's a free action.
it's
I have a flat 0 dexterity.
I have a 1 for a total of 12.
All right, and Banja, you're up. You can make you have a surprise round to do what you would like with.
All right, and Banja is gonna come out of the woods, running to the one who had detected him, and clamp down on this guy.
All right, you try to take a bite out of him.
Take a
You are
bite.
attacking at advantage. 22 hits.
With 6 piercing damage. And additional rules. DC 11 strength saving throw. I'll be knocked prone.
DC what?
11.
11? Okay, one second. Strength saving throw. How do they not have a strength saving throw? This is ridiculous!
Oh, I'm gonna give a very small adjustment to that. There will be 2 yips before he runs out, which will be his signal to the eagles he has in waiting.
All right, you can place your eagles on the map where you'd like to put them because they fly. So it was a DC 12?
11.
DC 11, so he rolled 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you do not knock him prone, but you do take a bite out of him. His disguise is already disappearing. As you chomp onto his leg and try to knock him over, the dwarven form dissipates like mist, and standing before you is a wiry, scrawny-looking gnome. wizened like an old man wearing a blood-red cap. He kind of shifts and shuffles and tries to pull his leg away, his iron boots clunking in the ground next to him. What's all this in? Dogs! Dogs! So that's your movement, that's your bonus action, that's your action. Your eagles can make attacks. They have a surprise round.
Indeed. So, what would it take to grab on to these people and lift them?
It would be a grapple check, so that would be an athletics check from either of the birds, contested by acrobatics or athletics on their hand.
Okay. That giant eagle is going for the one look that's above it.
Okay.
6 on die plus +3, because that's the strength. Is that correct?
That sounds about right. Here we go.
Oh, so there's only one person now?
Yep, sorry. That was my mistake.
Okay, we're gonna because I still want one person there. So instead, we're gonna have this eagle go for this one that's below it. So, with a 6 on die and a bonus of 3, that is a 9.
All right, it's going to attempt to contest. It rolled a 23 to contest. So the eagle starts to flap and squawk and attempt to grab the creature. It manages to fend off the eagle as its illusion dissipates.
Okay, gonna use its second attack, simply to attack with its beak.
All right. "24 hits, 7 points of piercing damage. Your bird friend manages to put a sizable chunk into its shoulder.
All right. The other bird will do the same to the red cap that is next to it. Oh my god, it misses. So second attack
Did
attempt.
it roll a 1?
It rolled a 3.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So second attack. 13 to hit,
13 hits on the money.
but 9 piercing.
All right. Manages to take a chunk out of the creature. It begins to growl and froth at the mouth in anger as it's not only been had, but it's now being attacked by a giant bird. All right.
Thus end all of my turns.
And say, where on the map is petals? Where am I not looking?
Um,
Oh, don't worry. You won't have to worry about that.
do you have a token for petal?
Let me see.
I believe it would be under pets. Cool beans. All right, Vanya, you have instructed Petal to start meowing loudly. Things are happening. Petal begins to mew loudly.
Yeah, so as I was setting up and watching everyone and going through the spell in my head and thinking about how I sometimes catch people in it, and I take a moment and realize that I was approaching using that spell wrong, as the player realizes that he was using the spell wrong, and she kind of curses to herself, and that's when everything kicks off. So she goes and uses the spell as it's meant to be used, which is casting it in a 30-foot square within range, and it doesn't affect anyone outside of that square.
Okay. Be sure to put a square somewhere.
Yeah.
Use the draw tool to draw your square.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to be roughly right there.
All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that you catch. They have to roll wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws, and I also realized this is
what?
This is a charm effect. I don't know.
This is a charm effect. Fantastic. So they will roll their wisdom saves.
But who knows? Maybe they're surprised, and it's not at advantage. I don't.
Going clockwise from 4 o'clock to whatever. First Redcap rolls a 13. What's our DC?
Oh, the DC is 16.
16. They are charmed. Second one rolls a 19. Third one rolls a 17. And the fourth one rolls a 7.
Hey. Oh, that was the one that Alina was chatting with, isn't it?
No, that's the one Alina was about to murder death.
Well, no, Alina was about to murder death. Okay, so with everyone made their surprise rounds, I'd like everyone to please. How the fuck do I delete these? Roll for initiative.
Aww. Also, I totally had my thing selected. Why am I not in turn order?
Spike.
I mean, I wouldn't want to advertise that either. Now, is this an ongoing danger square, or?
Nope. Once I cast it, the pattern disappears. So just those two guys are kind of zoned out so long as I'm concentrating on the spell.
I figured it was if it was an ongoing danger sphere, I could knock people into it.
I have a much better understanding of the spell now.
Hell yeah.
Oh, do you have anything playing in the jukebox tonight?
Yes.
I might have it muted on my end.
It has not started according to my thing.
I'm good. Thank you.
0 seconds of 0 seconds.
That means the song goes forever.
Oh man, is it not going to work?
It can't stop if it can't start.
Music shitpost maybe?
I think it didn't like your shitpost.
I don't think it liked my shitpost. Damn.
Yeah, we have something in common.
Oh!
What?
Oh god, Incognita's got a 1 on initiative too.
And
Oof. I mean, we've got 3 in the pool.
Yeah. So music isn't loading at all for anybody?
That's correct.
Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. It was working last game.
Have you refreshed your thing, or did you open up and just?
I refreshed it, and it broke. So I tried to reload it into game, and now it's not working at all.
I posted some good battle music to share with the class. It's like when you bring gummy bears for everybody.
I will load it. Yep.
Hopefully, they're not sugar-free gummy bears.
Depends on how the fight goes.
You hear music?
Yeah, I hear it.
I'll reload.
I'll hit refresh.
Yeah, maybe it's that. While you guys refresh, I'm going to roll initiative for all these creatures.
Now I don't hear it. Where the hell did it go? Like, I heard it for a second there, and then it just disappeared. There it is.
Oh. NBD, I'll play something in my background.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Roll 20 being fucky.
Haunted.
Yeah, it keeps coming. It keeps playing and then abruptly stopping.
Is it buffering?
At least I've got a time for the thing now. 1 minute and 32 seconds.
It's all good. YouTube's there to fill in the blanks.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so let's do in order. Who is initiative 21, 20? All right, so as far as the...
Wait, did the big guy get taken down?
No, he's there. He's just not loaded.
Oh, okay.
Initiative of 17.
Yeah, yeah, there he is.
There he is. Don't know why that didn't work. Cool beans. He's somewhere on the list. Okay. So, this guy kind of just stares out into the open air. Unable to really move or act. He is paralyzed for a moment. Completely charmed by the pattern. This guy over here. With nothing nearby for him to attack, he is going to rush forward. And, well, that creature over there is small. It's going to rush toward Incognitus. Use Ironbound Pursuit. It moves up to its speed. Rears back one leg and attempts to boot Incognitus off of her balance. Incognitus needs you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Whop. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Nope. Not a 1.
Okay, so as this boot pounds into your chest, you feel your chest plate buckle inwards. You are immediately knocked prone as this impact wallops through you. For 5, 8, 6, 7, 8. For 19 bludgeoning damage. The creature stands before you as you fall on your back, foaming at the mouth as it draws a wicked sickle from behind its back. The weapon is larger than it has any right to be, and it seems to have no issue holding on to the giant farming tool. And it's multi-attack, so it's going to rear back and attempt to slash downward at you with its sickle. All the while, it is gibbering and hollering expletives. Does a 13 hit your AC?
No.
Shink! The blade goes into the ground. It wobbles a little bit as it tries to right itself.
I was gonna say with a 13, I almost want to say that like he thinks he's got me, but ting!
Ting! It just glances off of your armor, and he is left slightly overextended, but no less angry for his efforts. Wolf, you're up.
All right, and Mbaja is gonna go and take another bite out of crime. And because the giant eagle, codename Huey, is next to me, I get pack tactics.
Yeah, you have pack tactics.
Does 14 hit?
Yeah, 14
Cool.
hits.
That is a 9 piercing damage with a roll
Um,
for prone.
And he has to roll me the DC, DC 11.
11.
He rolls an 18 on die. You take another bite out of him, and he's reaching behind himself to try to grab his weapon to attack. You've caught him off guard. Do you have multi-zack?
Not as a wolf.
Not as a wolf. All right. It's going to move on to your giant eagle buddy.
All right, giant eagle is going to try to lift this guy up again because that's what it was told to do.
All right.
Might have to switch die. That is an 8 plus. I think it's 3. Strength is plus 3. So, yeah. So,
All right.
11.
All right, this guy rolled an 18 on die, so that's 20-something to resist. It just starts flailing and just stomping its heavy iron boots, resisting the grapple of your giant eagle. You have a second attack for that eagle.
Indeed. 22 to hit for
22 hits.
For 9 piercing.
Missing his quarry, maybe frustrated, your bird puts a sizable chunk. The red cat begins to bleed.
Cool. And now for Dewey, is going to again repeat the attempt to lift.
Do you even lift, bro? Your eagles don't have athletics training, do they? It would be under skills, right? Underneath your
Perception.
Okay, cool.
That is a 14 plus 3, so 17.
Oh, all right, let's see. You begin to lift the red cap off the ground. You can move at half speed while you carry this hefty young man. What does your eagle do?
First thing, it reaches down and pecks it on the head with its beak.
Oh, say, so grapple, do you make an attack?
Yeah.
Dealing 4 damage, you peck him right on the head and manage to cause his head to start bleeding.
All right, and the eagle will start going vertical.
All right, what is your eagle's movement speed?
Speed is a fly of 80.
He can move up to 40 feet in the air while carrying this guy.
Yep, so that's what he's going to do.
So you bring this hollering, jabbering creature who's kind of like pounding and punching this eagle on its legs. As it tries to pull itself free, the ground grows further and further away, and soon this eagle is holding this creature at 40 feet in the air.
Thus ends turn.
Thus ends turn. Okay. The troll sees that there are some things happening, and he is not entirely happy with this situation. Hildy, you got the closest look on the guy. As you look him over, you see around his waist there are scraps and bits of clothing, a little bit of accoutrement, a little bit of civility to this man. Around his neck there are a series of trinkets and baubles. At his hip, in addition to a rather well-kept loincloth, there is a satchel and what appears to be a stringed instrument with a long neck and a round body. He plucks it from his hip and begins strumming rapidly.
I don't like that.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Give it the old college at it. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Try harder! And he's going to grant something to that guy over there. This guy kind of just perks up. That's his bonus action. He sees you, and he's going to rush forward. This strange stringed instrument in one hand. He's going to try to take a swing at you with his other clawed hand. Oh, no, that's not it. There he is. Okay, so he just rolled an at 20.
Shit.
One good turn deserves another.
One
guess
good turn deserves
so.
another. He rakes at you with his long, extended claws. For 34 points of slashing damage.
I'm dead.
You're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
Do you have uncanny dodge?
I do. So I take half that.
A creature that you can see, when it attacks you, you take half damage.
All right, then I take half.
All
So
right,
you said it was 34.
34. So half of 34 is 17?
Yep.
17. Takes 17 points of slashing damage as he just takes a fucking chunk out of you. He is threatening your area. And that's going to be it for his turn. As you watch him, you see the wound in his stomach begin to mend and bind back together.
Oh, you fucking prick! You're gonna pay for that.
I'm alright. Next up, Redcap. This guy, he's in a trance. He can't do shit. Vanya, you're up.
God, I love these enemies. Just their personality and their voices are hilarious. Okay. So I know I got two of them. I curse a little bit, wishing that I had gotten more. And I'm yeah, I think I am going to use my action to cast Ray of Frost. And with my bonus action, I'm going to use my Illusionist Bracers to cast Ray of Frost again. So two Ray of Frost.
Two Ray of Frost, nice.
First one will target the one right in front of Incognitus, the one that just got some kind of power-up. So we're minimum 5th level, so Ray of Frost is 2d8. Where's my Ray of Frost?
Roll to attack first.
Yeah. 14 to hit.
14's gonna hit.
All right. Unfortunately, I rolled shitty damage, so it's... And his movement's reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, that's actually pretty good for these guys.
And the one next to the one Alina is getting ready to attack, I'm targeting with my next Ray of Frost. Oh, 27 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
15 feet, or excuse me, 15 cold damage.
15? Wow, the difference in damage is staggering.
I know.
The first one that's attacking Incognitus seems completely unfazed as icicles start to form on his beard. The second one, you catch him by the chest. He starts to hop and jump and froth at the mouth as the froth begins to solidify and freeze.
And I'm going to start moving. I kind of revealed myself, but Yeah, I can still move. That's 20 feet. Or no, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to command Petal to just like run into the bushes and hide because her job here is done.
All right. At the end of your turn, Petal can take her turn. Feel free to move her. Feel free to roll a stealth check for her.
Yep. I mean, she's essentially leaving combat.
Oh, she just keeps running.
Just into the bushes, hide, and that's all she's doing. Oh, I've got
Right.
stuff I can
She
do.
runs. Oh,
No, sorry. I clicked on her token and realized that I have a bunch of options now because of the suite of skills.
all right.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
This guy here has been harassed too much by this wolf. He cannot charge. You're too far away for iron-bound pursuit, so he's going to attack you twice with a sickle. Mbanje, as the sickle comes down upon your wolf's head, it is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. He's going to roll some damage as this farmer's tool takes a bite out of you. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Right on the money to have Mbanje wince and start coming out of his wolf form.
All right, you bamf back into your dreadlocked, much larger man form. He seems particularly unfazed. Has to look up at you and then glowers. I hate dreadlocks! Ah! And takes another attack at you. That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. He's going to deal 7 points of slashing damage as he goes into a rage at your hair. He hates your hair.
Dude, that's a weird thing to get riled up about.
I hate that you hate my hang-ups! With that, this guy...
That you hate my hiccups? What?
Hang-ups.
Hang-ups.
Okay.
This
I don't
guy here...
hate them, I just find them weird.
He is... Oh, he's inspired. He's going to go attack something. He jumps into the...
I'm sorry. Conjure Animals is concentration. Do I have to roll something to maintain that?
Oh, concentration check, yes. So, I need you to make 2 con checks. Just roll above a 10. It's constitution based. There's stuff in the pool. First is a pass. You maintain your concentration. Your animal friends are not dissipated, which is good, because one is holding a hostage small man. So this guy is going to attempt to charge, and he's going to try to stomp on Alina. With one big boot raised, he attempts to drop kick the paladin. Oh, that's not a roll, actually. It's going to be a dexterity saving throw for Alina.
Is he just doing like a high-flying martial?
Essentially, yes.
Little angry man.
That's going to be a 16.
16. You bat him away with your shield. He lands, tumbles, and attempts to rebound with a sickle attack. With a wicked sickle, he rolls a dirty 20 to hit you.
Let me just double check something, because I think I may have done something fucky with my scores.
If you're plate and you have a shield, you should have an AC of 20 at least.
That's what I thought. I think I lowered my AC when I gave my shield away, and then I never put it back up.
Okay.
So, yes, 20.
And you don't have defense fighting style, do you?
No, maybe.
Yeah, paladins get a fun fighting style. I don't know which one you have.
Protection.
Protection. So you can impose disadvantage, I think, on allies being attacked. So he's going to wallop you. Finds a chink in your armor. He's going to deal a few d4s of HP. For 7 points of slashing damage. That's it for him. Heldy, you're up. You're being harried by a big greenman.
Yeah, I don't like that, so I'm gonna attack him. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay, good. Alright. Alright, so that is 6 points of piercing damage.
Alright, because you are a swashbuckler, you can use your sneak attack when you are solo fighting an enemy.
I sure am using that. That's an additional 13 with sneak attack.
Alright, yeah, you lop a chunk off of his like love handle area. It sloughs off onto the ground and lands with a wet splat as he just trickles blood. Looks at it. Oh, me nothing, top. You're gonna pay for that.
No, I'm not.
Ew.
And I'm going to attack with my dagger. Another 18.
18 hits.
An additional 6 piercing.
6 points of piercing damage. You drive your dagger in deep, and you twist and you pull, trying to kill this guy, which should be a lethal blow. He just kind of staggers back a little bit, looks back at his blood, looks back at you, and glowers. Come on, Greenie!
Alright, fuck you, and I'm gonna run.
Alright, he takes another swipe, but cannot seem to land a blow. You are squirrely as you dive, duck, dodge, and dip away from him. Up in the sky, you see that there is a very angry small man dangling from a bird.
Absolute chaos. Alright, that ends my turn.
Alina, you're up, finally.
Yeah, I'll shout to Hildy. Are you still insisting on taking on the big green guy all by yourself or no?
He really got fucking big, and I didn't expect that.
Alright, okay, good to know. Alright, so I can't cast Compel Duel, he's too far away. What I can do is actually, Heldy's pretty close now. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Heldy.
Alright, was that a +2 to AC?
+2 to AC.
So long as you maintain concentration, right?
Yeah, so long as I maintain concentration.
Alright.
And then that done, I'm gonna move here. And I'm going to attack the fuck out of this redcap here.
You see a redcap drooling next to you as you just move out of range.
Yeah, that's why I'm not hitting him.
The guy next to him looks annoyed that he hasn't attacked you. He's like reaching out to touch his shoulder, but doesn't quite get there by the time you start attacking.
Yeah. So, first, I don't think, yeah. Okay, so attack. Ooh, that's 6. So, I'm going to use
6 on die?
6 on die for a total of 15.
Hits.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I have memory of 1,000 lifetimes, so I'll use that if I need to. But that hits.
That hits.
I'm only using it one-handed.
These guys aren't really that well armored. Aside from their big iron boots, they're wearing scraps. They are wiry, thin, squirrely old tiny men.
Hit like a truck.
That hit like a truck.
Hey, Mish, because you would know, or actually, Rob, you would know this too. Can I put a smite on something if I were to cast a spell this level?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a smite on there.
The spell that you cast was a bonus action, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. 17 smite, so that's all radiant damage. Well, that's just the smite.
That's just
How
the
much
smite.
for the actual damage?
Math. 4 plus 6, so 10. So 27 points of damage.
Holy shit, that's a lot of damage all at once. So you cleave into this guy, and your sword bursts with radiant light. He staggers and twists and turns and looks at you. Oh, no, don't go there. Still frothing at the mouth, but now kind of bleeding at the mouth.
It's now pink.
You're bringing the pain! Oh, Johnny good! Ah! Still standing, though.
Okay, well, he seems to be enjoying this a little too much, so extra attack.
A little too much.
Because I get 2 attacks. Same as the first.
15 to hit.
Yeah, 50 to hit.
You get him.
12 points of slashing.
12 points of slashing. You managed to cleave a neat cut down from one shoulder to his clavicle. It squirts blood, and he looks at you, looks at the wound, looks at you, grins with a bloody mouth, and proceeds to brandish his weapon, ready to return fire as soon as he can gain his bearing.
I just grin at him, and then I'll look at the troll and I'm gonna go, "Hey, you, why don't you pick on something in your own weight class?" And then I'll go, "Pfft." So, that's my turn.
He sneers in your direction, and you see his nostrils kind of like flare and his teeth expose, and you seem like you hit a nerve. Alright, this guy here, he sees his buddy is not doing as well as he should, so he lowers his head and shoulder checks the Redcap next to him, who abruptly shakes free from the charm. What's that? Oh, the jigsaw! He grabs a sickle and prepares to join the fight. That's it for his turn. This guy is going to try to take a bite out of this eagle. Does an 11 hit the eagle?
It does not.
Does not. He's going to try to hit the eagle again. Well, that doesn't work. That's like a 10 total. Doesn't hit the eagle. So he's just hopping, swiping, trying to take chunks out of the talons, and misses and gets angrier and angrier and angrier. This guy here is dangling from this bird's talons. He's an idiot, so he's going to attempt to try to break the grapple. Contested athletics check. He rolls an 18 athletics to try to break free.
What was that? Strength?
Strength based, yeah.
I roll an 18 to match it.
Okay, you continue to maintain your hold on him. He's going to give up trying to get free, and he's going to try to attack. Brandishes his sickle and rolls a 10, which is not enough to hit the eagle. Okay. This
Dropping from 40 feet is a lot better than dropping from 80 feet.
Word. So this guy, as he comes to Alina, you notice that this Redcap, he's frothing at the mouth and he's drooling, and in his whiskers you see little flicks of light, little pink and blue and red pieces of glitter, it looks like. As you look in his eyes, you see that his eyes are bloodshot and glassy and wild, the pupils little pinpoints. Something's up with this one. He sees you as the closest target and attempts to leap at you, brandishing his sickle. He's fighting with his buddy, so this is going to be an advantage.
I mean, yeah, I'm flanked, so.
You are flanked. 22 to hit.
Hits.
As the sickle comes crashing into you, it cuts deep and it hurts. It hurts for 16 points of slashing damage. And he comes in for a second. Second attack is going to be a 7 on die, which is not going to hit you. As he pants and writhes with livid energy, you sense that this one may be more of a threat than the others.
Yeah. Someone's high on bath salts.
Someone is high on bath salt. This one here is going to try and kill Incognitus to the best of his ability.
I've been removed from the turn order.
I was about to say, I don't think Incognitus has stood up yet.
Did you roll for initiative ever?
Yes, and I never got put in the thing because, for some strange reason, I mentioned that earlier, and I had
shit.
to
What did you
try to look for the thing.
Okay. You rolled a 4. I'll let you take your turn first, and then we'll get back to it.
Okay. So, stand up. Did we ever figure out that's 10 feet of movement or half your movement?
It's half your movement.
It's F?
Yeah, it is.
So, stand up. Use my bonus action to enter the hammer hand stance. And I'm going to wail on this fellow that's in front of me.
Sure.
Whack. 13.
13's going to be right on the money.
I'm going to shove him once diagonally towards Alina.
That away.
Yep, and I'm going to follow. And I'm going to whack him again.
A weird game of golf. I love it.
Yeah, that's going to be a solid.
I'm going to shift him one directly to the left so he lines up with Alina. And I'm going to follow him right there.
All right.
And I don't think I need to do anything else.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have any bonus. Your stance is your bonus action, right? So you're good.
That's my bonus action.
All right. So up next is the troll. He's looking pretty bad. His part of him is fallen off. He's covered in holes. But as the fight moves on, there's less blood and more sweat to him. As wounds begin to mend and stitch together. He's going to stalk forward. And what is his speed? Yeah, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Heldy, you see as he moves in your general direction, his eyes are on Alina. He casts her a glance, looks back at you, rears his hand back. You seem like a smart girl. What do you say we talk about this, eh? You do me a favor and back the fuck off, and maybe I'll think about getting you a cut of this business. Otherwise, well, you're looking pretty fucked up.
Hilda just squints at him. You think you fucking know me? I don't think so.
Shoot yourself. He's going to make an attack at you.
Girl.
First attack is going to miss. That's a 5 on die, and that's not going to be nearly enough even with his modifier. He rears back and attempts to claw at you again. But you can see he's kind of half-hearted. 19 to hit.
That misses. Thanks to Alina.
You duck out of the way. It's a little bit of, something guiding your footsteps.
As he misses, can I freely give him double middle fingers?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Finger blasting is a free action.
All right, he gets finger blasted.
All right. With his bonus action, he's going to call out a command. All right, boys. I think it's time to start hitting the juice. Drink up! He calls out. This guy is still enchanted. He does nothing with his turn. Vanya, you are up.
Can I use a free action to yell something out?
Yeah, sure.
And I've noticed that this green guy keeps seeming to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Vanya, what do you know about giant green assholes?
I was actually just about to ask if I could do a check, drawing upon my knowledge of Gilnean fairy monsters to recognize if that's a troll.
Yeah, you can roll a history or arcana check, or maybe even survival. It's Gilneas. It's part of life.
Arcana. 14.
This creature is a troll. They are green, they are tall, they're usually not very smart, but they're intelligent enough to, well, you've heard of bridge trolls. Some of them are entrepreneurial in nature. They will trade for things. They will bully travelers into giving them something or devour them. They have a very uncanny ability to regenerate. It makes their body parts prized to arcanists and alchemists, but also makes them extremely deadly.
As I rush forward into my new position, my eyes on the troll, and kind of swing and wall up at Heldy. I think it is a troll! Kill it with fire! Or hit it very hard! And as I say that, I'm going to draw my hands back, burn a spell point for distant spell, and cast Witch Bolt at it. And I'm going to do so using the one level 4 spell slot I gain as a multi-class, despite the fact I know no level 4 spells. So I'm just going to overcharge the shit out of this spell.
Sure.
All right, so that is going to be 4d12 on an attack. Range spell attack. All right, let's see here. Witch Bolt. Casting level 4. 26 to hit.
26 hits. How much damage is that?
That's a lot.
It should be 4d12. Oh, it's doing that crit thing. So it's actually 23 lightning damage.
23 lightning damage. All right. Mbanje, you can take your turn after this, okay?
Like, so I'm. My short-term memory is fucking with me. Did I take my turn right before the troll?
No, you did not. You got removed from the initiative order.
Okay.
Oh, when he shifted back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. How much damage is that total?
23 lightning.
23 lightning. Its skin lights up, and you see blooms of swelling steam underneath the flesh as you electrify him. Oh, shit! He looks really pissed off.
All right, good. That's all for my turn because I got really upset at seeing it manifest.
Okay. Yeah, Mbanje, please take your turn.
All right. Rather than try to lift this red cap, Huey is going to simply start clawing at it, clawing and pecking wildly.
All right, so make an attack while in the air.
Huey being the bird that's directly under me. Yeah.
Okay, your allies take their turn after you.
After me. Okay.
After you. Okay, so you go first, then birds.
Okay. That sucks because I was gonna thunder wave. All right, that changes things just slightly, but we're going to instead use entangle on the red cap next to me.
Okay. Point within range, 20-foot square. All right, so go ahead and draw a square of where you want your entangled to be. He has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw or be restrained. All right, so he rolls a 22 total.
So,
Question. Dewey that has the guy up in the air, can you drop that on the troll?
He's got some nice big heavy iron boots to do so.
He
Wouldn't
does.
that be funny?
all
There you
right,
go.
there we
So
go.
that's 10. That's 10 feet.
That's 10?
That's 20.
Oh, okay.
So 4x4s.
Let's go like that.
All right, your bird is unaffected because they are flying. Second guy fails his check. He is restrained as the bird is pecking the piss out of him.
All right, the first guy made his check.
First guy made his check. Second guy did not.
All right.
So the guy closest to you is still free.
All right. Huey is gonna instead start attacking that one.
Like he's completely restrained, so you're attacking at advantage. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're restrained, are you helpless?
I don't think you're helpless if you're restrained. I'm double checking.
Restrained creature speed becomes 0.
Okay, yeah, you're attacking at advantage.
Yeah, attacks.
So
Yeah.
bird roll high.
So 20 to that's the first one. I'm gonna roll another one. All right, so 20 to hit, 9 piercing.
All right, and second attack.
Nineteen to hit,
19. All right,
9 piercing.
All right, so this guy is actually getting pretty fucked up. As you are pecking and peeling, your eagle is starting to like take off pieces of his face, pieces of his shoulder, pieces of his forehead. The red cap is living up to its name. Its cap is red and bloody, and it's beginning to pant. It's red cap's turns. Oh, no, you have
another eagle. So first the eagle's gonna fly high, another 40 feet, so it is now at 80 feet. Then attack. It has its talent. It has the dude in its talent, so it's only going to attack with the beak because that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So
it's going to attack, then drop him?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this at advantage?
Nope, it's just a regular attack.
Okay.
But hey, 17 hits.
17 hits for 4 damage, and then it drops the red cap from 40 feet. From 80 feet. 80
on
feet.
top of the troll. It should be on top of the troll.
That's a great suggestion. No, hold up.
Alicia suggested
diagonal movement is a thing in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
He can fly up at an angle to move forward and gain height.
Yeah, then that's what he's going to do.
All right, so your eagle is attempting to drop this creature on a large target. I would like your eagle to roll a ranged attack. So this is going to be a dex-based attack. It is currently not seen by the troll, so you're going to have advantage on this dex-based attack.
That's kind of chaos.
12 plus 3 is 15 to hit.
This Redcap, screaming and yowling, impacts the troll with a sickening crack. The Redcap tumbles in a heap of broken bone and twisted sinew to the ground, face first, its back broken, its boots fall atop the back of its head, and it remains completely still. The troll, for his trouble, has a pair of boot-shaped dent that you can see fairly clearly, Heldy, in his back. Deep, jagged cleat marks have pierced him upon his shoulder blades. He is hunched over. Something has snapped inside of his back. Oh, fuck! He's still electrified and steaming, and now very, very bruised as he takes, 80 feet. That's... I gotta calculate damage. I gotta calculate fall damage.
I think it's, 1d6 per 10 feet past the first 10? So 76?
Yeah, that sounds
76.
That sounds about right to me.
Fall damage
folks,
adds up real quick.
He's doing numbers.
For a not insubstantial amount of damage. He's panting, he's bleeding, and he's bruising.
Alright, that ends all of Ambaji's turns.
Quick Google search says it's 1d6 for every 10 feet, to a maximum of 20d6.
A maximum of 20d6. Okay. Well, it was only 8d6 this time.
I'm gonna call out to our green friend right there. Not our literal green friend, but the troll. You really like fucking the little ones, don't you? Oh, sorry, fucking with the little ones. Same difference, I suppose.
I appreciate that you didn't make it weird.
Nah, it's pretty fucking weird.
Pretty fucking weird.
I give him a little jolt of the witch bolt.
This Redcap next to you, Alina, is going to try to stab at the... 10 does not hit you.
No.
Takes another swipe. That one might. Plus. 23 to hit.
23 hits?
Nice. He's going to throw some caltrops at you. Where'd I put my caltrop?
You got like 20 of them.
But I want my good one. That was actually damaging people.
He's just panicking at his desk, looking everywhere.
Alright, I guess we're switching to the damage that, Hey, I'll take it! For 8 points of slashing damage. That is it for his turn. No! His ally called out a command. So on his turn, he's going to reach to his hip, where he withdraws a small copper flask, brings it to his lip, pulls off the cork with his maw, and begins to down what looks like metal shavings, glitter, sparkly pink and blue bits of something, some kind of powder.
Cotton candy flavored.
Bath salts.
Cotton candy flavored witness bait. Heldy, what's your passive perception?
15.
15? Yeah. You see this, and you key in on that pastel, chalky, sparkly material, and you recognize it.
It's magic cocaine.
It's the stuff that Mr. Big was pushing. Alina, you're up.
Oh no. If you're saying anything, Heather, you're not coming through.
Sorry. Push talk is still... My brain is
No worries.
swish. Alright, so this guy's tripping on bath salts. And
Tripping on bath salts. Yeah, he's near dead, actually.
Gonna hit him first.
Hit him first.
So I'm gonna use one in the pool to re-roll that.
Okay. Good choice.
Down to
brings-
one in the pool, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, because you used one.
Just double checking.
And I'll add the memory of 1,000 lifetimes as I summon memories from my past lives. Which makes it a 15. That will
Makes
hit.
it a 15. 15 is going to hit.
I wasn't sure if a 14 would, so I was like, I know a 15 will.
All right. So, with a swift draw of your weapon, you go and you intend to hit him overhead to finish the job, to cleave through his shoulder to his sternum. And then you feel warmth, as though someone were reaching about your hands to help grip the haft of your weapon. Your trajectory shifts and changes, and you close your eyes for a moment. No, we don't bisect these guys diagonally. They can still fight like that. We go for the head. Its body falls limp to the ground as its head rolls to the side. Blood spews everywhere as its body begins to just crumble and deflate, leaving but rags, ash, and tiny little bulbous mushrooms begin to grow from the puddles. Green, purple, blue.
Wonderful. I'm gonna turn to Bath Salts McGee to my other side for my next attack.
Bath Salts Senior.
Bath Salt Senior. What the fuck?
Yikes.
I'm gonna use that last one in the pool.
Last one in the pool.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna throw a second level smite on that.
Second level smite. Okay. So, as you cut into him with slashing damage, you cleave into his side, and he seems to shrug it off. You feel like the blow should have done more damage, but there's a flash and he growls. As the light begins to blossom and blow through him, you get the sensation that sticks. Whatever chemical resistance that he has, whatever he's hopped up on, it's not blocking the pain of radiant damage. He staggers backward, but still stands to fight.
Well, that's me. Yep, that's what I got.
All right, Heldy, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna continue to swipe at this guy.
All right.
Ooh, 18 on die.
18 hits.
And I will take that sneak attack damage after I do my d8. Alright, that's 9 piercing. Plus. $10 additional points of piercing damage.
All right. As you cut through and stab him in the elbow, you pierce through the bone, and his forearm falls to the ground, twitching, wriggling, and writhing. Ah, that's my playing arm! He glowers at you, glaring as you draw attention away from Alina and back toward you. You see the hand dig its fingers into the ground, and the forearm stands upright, facing you aggressively.
Oh, I don't like that. So I'm going to stab him with my dagger.
Now you're making things weird. Stop it.
So, A dirty 20
Dirty 20 hits.
for an additional 4 points. 4, 5, 6, 7 points of piercing. And I'm gonna run away from that hand because that's fucking weird.
He tries to claw at you. The hand tries to swipe at you. It stumbles and eats shit on the ground near your feet. You see there's a lot of troll blood splattered against the ground. The trees, the mounds have grown oily and viscous. Do you run past that Redcap?
No,
Would you
I
go
run
around
around him.
Okay, checking. All right. He curses you in a language that you don't understand as you abscond. This Redcap over here. He's stupid. He's gonna try to kill that bird. So he's going to run forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 into the zone of bullshit. He's going to try to resist. He rolls a 7 on die, and he is restrained. What's this? I want to kill the bird! Signs!
Okay. Odd.
So, that's it for his turn. This guy here is going to try to break free of his restraints. That's going to be his whole turn to do so. Fucking birds. He rolls a 21 and begins to just snap these roots off of his body. He bites them. He tears at them. He eventually snaps himself free. But that's his turn to do so. That guy's dead. Incognitus, you're up.
Let's see. I'm gonna whack this guy.
That's a good old whack. That's going to be a solid whack.
I'm gonna shift him one diagonal up.
That away.
Other way. I'm gonna follow to here, and then I'm gonna move here around him.
Okay.
And then
You're flanking.
I'm going to enter my other stance.
Cleaving stance.
Cleaving stance, yes.
Nice.
Cleaving assault. Which one looks worse?
The guy that Alina just blasted with light looks just mad. The guy next to you is bleeding a lot.
Okay, then. Then I'll whack this fellow again. The same fellow.
All right, whack at advantage. That's a crit.
One back in the pool.
Back in the pool.
So a D6.
What damage die are you using?
A D6.
D6, so that's 12. No, that's 6 plus...
I mean,
yeah,
you
so
could
roll
just say instead of that 10 plus 5, it's the 10 plus 6, because that was my roll.
Okay, and what's your attack bonus?
Attack bonus. I do believe that's a plus 4.
All right, yeah, you cut the student in half. You sever him from hip to hip. His bottom half keeps running, trying to attack the paladin as his top half slumps to the ground. He curses at his lower half. Hey, come back for me! Oh, it's quite cold.
Shuffle 4 damage onto the other fellow.
4 points of slashing damage?
Yep.
All right. You see a number of mushrooms begin to sprout out of the bloody mess beneath this guy. But he is well and truly dead, even though he is rambling his final words of rambling.
I'm going to make one more move right there. Or traditional flank.
Traditional flank. This guy here. Let's see. Entangle only locks down foes when the spell is cast. Difficult terrain otherwise. Okay. This guy is not actually... Yeah, he's not actually locked down, but we'll deal with that in a different turn. And Bonji, this guy, he still hates your dreadlocks. He's going to make an attack at you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. He slashes at you for a paltry 8 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your spell.
15.
15 passes. He attempts to whack you again. Does a 12 hit your AC?
On the money.
On the money. All right. So the sickle comes down, and he hits for 10 points of slashing damage. Need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
That is a 5.
That is a 5. There is one left in the pool. If the others choose them.
Yes, please. That entangle
Okay.
is keeping them nailed down.
Is Entangle a concentration spell?
It is.
Oh, all right. So as soon as you cast that spell, your eagles disappear.
No. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yes, it is. Okay.
That's on the DM for not remembering. All right.
Well, you got one. I got one.
Yep. So with that, the
That was a 17 on die.
17 on die. You're good. Your entangle stays. As the blades are striking into Mbanje, those keeping an eye on the field see that your companion is starting to bleed quite a bit. Let's see. This guy, enraged. This man is going to charge at Alina and make a couple attacks at her, swiping down with reckless abandon. The first cleaving sickle. It's going to be a 19 on die.
Miss.
Miss. Second attack. It's going to be 16 on die. Frustrated, frothing at the mouth, and now surrounded. He takes a step to the side to look at the two combatants next to him, and is too incoherent with rage to make a funny quip. That guy's dead. Mbanje, you're up.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Mbanje is going to. Oh, damn, dude, that thing actually hurt.
Wash your hair!
He's going to chance. What's the word? Running away.
You can disengage as an action.
Yeah, but then I can't heal myself, which I desperately need to do.
All right.
So the first thing is, where's that spell? Cure wound. Let's cast it at 2 to regain 8.
All right. Is your Balm of the Summer Court, is that a bonus action or a full action to cast?
That is bonus action,
So you could use a bonus action to do that instead.
but it's someone else. Choose one creature you can see.
Yeah, that's you. You can be a creature that you see.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna do that instead.
All right.
Disengage.
Disengage. So disengaging is an action to take. So keep in mind, if you do this, you won't be able to cast a spell or attack, but you will be able to move unmolested.
I can't bonus action with disengage.
You can cast a bonus action spell. You
Okay,
can't, you can't disengage as a bonus action. Only
Right.
you can do that.
Right.
If you have any bonus action abilities, you can use them.
Okay. All right, so Mbaje is gonna disengage and run over here, and duck down and use Balm of the Summer Court on
Okay.
himself.
So you go and you disengage, you duck, you twist, you dive. He swings at you wildly and misses twice. And as you run off, there's water right there. Just dunk your head. Dunk your fucking head.
So I'll spend 3 die. Roll the spent dice. Is it a 1D? It doesn't tell. D6. So 10 HP plus 3 temporary.
Nice. You heal yourself for a not insubstantial amount. This guy's pissed behind you, but you're feeling all right as you pull that fey energy, that dreamy, nice feeling to you.
And that will be time.
It's just a little
That's
bit
turn.
too far.
So I got 3 guys over here you might want to deal with.
All right. Troll is feeling frisky. He's going to use a spell. No spells today. Not today. He sees... Well, that one called me fat. That one lopped my fucking hand off. All right, so with his hand in tow, they're going to move at the same turn. He's going to stalk forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yeah. What's his range? Only 5 feet? Okay. Yeah. He's going to focus on the law lady, Alina. Listen, Badge, nothing personal. This gate's mine by right. I's taking it and I's tolling it, so you can piss the fuck off. He's going to make an attack at you. He rakes at you for 19. Does not hit, does it?
Nope. Bounces off my shield.
Bounces off the shield. So he stumbles back, slightly off balance, as he is missing a whole ass forearm, and attempts to strike at you again. This time, rolling a 20, 13, 14, 21 to hit.
That hits.
21 hits. Okay. Where is my d6s? For 17 points of slashing damage. As he does, the bleeding comes to an abrupt halt on his body. You see bits and pieces are stitching back together. The chunk that Heldy had taken out of his lower half is starting to fill back up and plumpen, the skin growing anew. There is a lot of blood cast upon the ground all around him, kind of like a snail trail following him behind. All the while, he's being electrified by Witch Bolt, by the way. Just want to point that out. This Redcap here, he's still very much alive. He's going to chase after his boss. He's going to down a flask from his side, begin frothing and hollering like a fucking madman as he takes a wild swing at Heldy. Does an 18 hit?
No, it does not.
It does not. He misses his first attack. He makes a second attack. Does a 19 hit?
No, it does not.
He swings and misses twice, frothing and jabbering. Vanya, you are up.
Okay, I promptly let go of my concentration on will since I got the most out of it that I could get. And as he approaches and his wounds start to heal, I bring both hands back as flickers of flames dance around them. No, you don't! And I will, essentially, using my bracers, double cast Firebolt at him.
Okay. At the spark of flame and heat, he draws his attention away from Alina. Carry on.
First attack. Do we have any left in the pool?
I believe there's one. One was replenished into the pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So You reach back and you throw your fireball. And
Rerolling that.
He reaches to his hip to grab the neck of that stringed instrument. You can reroll that attack.
All right, so rerolling standard d20. Oh yeah, that's 10 plus 8, so 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For
As
15 fire.
As fire washes across his body, he brings the stringed instrument to his mouth, places it in his teeth, and begins to rake his fingers rapidly across the strings. Roll your second attack.
Okay, second firebolt. 21 to hit.
21. As he tries to sing a ditty and plays a little off key, little wisps of translucent, warbling, twisting energy wrap and bounce around him. However, as he attempts to cast shield, it is not enough to deflect a 21. Both hit.
Oof. All right, so the 21 hit was 13 fire damage.
All right. As his skin begins to flake and grow crispy around the edges, as his hair begins to catch fire, he spits the stringed instrument to the side, looks about, glowers.
Can I taunt him?
You can taunt him.
That's not how you play a lute.
Listen, I only got one hand right now. Let's talk about this, eh?
And I promptly start backpedaling away from it.
You backpedal as he goes back and forth between being very nervous and very angry. Red, this guy's dead. Alina, you're up.
Yeah. So, I am assuming that Ilya told Alina all sorts of stories about this sort of shit. And that Alina is not inclined to make deals with Fae.
There are certain warnings that making deals with Fae is probably not a good idea. It might not be a good idea. Probably a bad idea.
Seems like a bad idea, but not like a fun sort of bad
Donayans do
idea.
have, like, cautionary tales about every supernatural creature out
Yeah,
there.
I feel like
It's not like it's like devils and demons. It's like, be careful. Only play if you know you can win. And even then, be very fucking careful what you say.
also Ilya is like, I know my child, she's not smart enough to make deals with Fae.
Yeah,
Just
your
don't make
mom would
deals
probably
with
be
Fae.
like, don't make deals with Fae. Probably a bad idea.
I'm sorry, my mother told me not to make deals with creepy Fae, and I will, I'm going to... He looks fucked up?
He looks pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wail into him.
Wail into him.
We's not creepy, we's handsome and entrepreneurial-like.
No, you're not.
You stay out of it, witch.
Ah, shit, okay, fuck it. Memory of 1,000 lifetimes.
What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do?
Don't make deals with Fae.
That's gonna be enough. 10 slashing damage.
I like that was... no, I'm gonna throw my last level 2 smite on that.
Last level 2 smite. Oh, fuck, alright.
So awful. Yeah, that's like shit
Woof.
damage. That's bad. 12.
Alright. So, you rear back and you begin to pull back to thrust. Again, you feel fingers clutching around your wrist, your hand, your palm of your sword, and you feel this embrace about you as though a cloak were falling, or a warm blanket against all sides of you. No, go for the head. Your blade cleaves through the greasy hair, across the creature's throat, clean to the other side. His body staggers and twists and stumbles uneasily as his head rolls onto the ground about a foot or so away from his foot. Blood bubbles up from the creature's neck as it begins to look about, wide-eyed on the ground, very surprised, very upset, but mostly scared at you. It's still moving.
I'm
It is
sure.
still moving.
I can't do fire damage. It's slightly less of a threat. I'm gonna go to the red cap behind me and do my extra attack.
Okay, you can attack the red cat next to you.
I don't got nothing. 22.
That's going to be a hit.
Can I smite more than once in a round?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a level 1 smite. 18 points of damage.
Jesus Christ, 18 from a level 1. Okay, sure. Yeah.
I rolled max
stabbing
damage. I rolled like minimum damage on my level 2 smite, and I rolled max damage on my...
Your sword goes into the stomach, twists and pulls out, and this blossom of golden light just explodes from his stomach. He staggers backward, looking extremely pale, looking extremely weak. Still standing, but cutting through the bullshit, the light does not touch the drug. Heldy, you're up. There's a soccer ball-like head nearby you, trying to run away on its large and flabby tongue.
How the fuck? I'm gonna run over to it and I'm gonna start stabbing at his head.
You stab at his head. All right. What's your passive perception?
15.
15. Okay. As you run over and begin to stab, you see this viscous trail of blood that this guy had left behind. You see the little bubbles beginning to form in the muck, in the green, slimy blood. You can go ahead and roll your attack. It's a head. The AC is not going to be very high.
The fuck is that?
Oi, 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 oi! Leave me be, Green! Leave me be! We had good times together!
Fuck you! Alright, that's 18 on die.
That's going to hit.
Nine piercing plus sneak attack. An additional 11 points of piercing.
Alright, so he was sitting at 5 HP. He was set on fire last turn. How do you want to end him?
I'm gonna skewer him with my rapier, preferably either in the mouth or through the eye, and just huck him up and just fucking fling him into that pool of water that Zilras is. Because if he's still breathing, he can't swim, so he can fucking drown.
You stab him through the mouth, out the back of the throat, kebabbing him. Pull your rapier back and just overhand chuck. Water splashes, lily pads go flying into the air. He has a substantially sized head. It's like a 30-pound weight. But you manage to land it in the water as the water stains green little by little. There's some bubbles. And then nothing. His body kind of flails and stumbles, like looking for its head. It slows down a little bit. Lands on one knee. Then pitches forward, leaking from several different holes along its body.
I don't think that blood is safe. I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's a troll!
Was a troll.
Somehow the head becomes the new Zilras head.
I don't like any of that.
Scavengers are gonna be digging out and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
We're gonna make some archaeologists very confused someday.
Yes.
Right. Heldy, you've got a very angry red cap behind you.
Oh, hi.
and I'm gonna stab him with my dagger.
All right, offhand attack.
Does a 16 hit?
That's gonna hit.
All right. Seven piercing.
7 points of piercing. You stab him in the stomach, and he looks unfazed. Looks over to the water where you had thrown the troll's head. Kind of scowls, kind of looks at you.
Fucking hell, the boss man's dead.
Yeah, he's fucking dead, and you're next. And I'm gonna actually run away from him.
All right, you run away from him.
I'm gonna kill you. Runs away.
You get close to the
Tell me.
paladin. All right, so this guy, he's in difficult terrain. He sees what had happened. Looks about. He's going to make a morale check. Does not make his morale check. 5, 10 feet of movement, followed by 5, 10, 15, 20.
See you never, losers.
And he absconds. This guy here is going to make a morale check. Is not angry enough to stay. Pulls himself out of the weeds. 5, 10, 15. And absconds. That guy's dead. Incognitus, you're up. If you're talking, you're muted. Whack! Yeah, you blammo this guy.
Only 5 damage. That's a minimum.
Yeah, as you wallop into him, you feel that he is very resistant. He looks like he's about ready to get blown over. You think it's going to be a quick kill, but he tanks it to the face.
Again.
The second one, however, knocks him over into a bloody heap, crumpling. As his body begins to dissolve and bubble into that viscous, pinky red Pepto-Bismol fey blood, a number of mushrooms blossom and boil up from the surface. Where the others had just left nothing but scraps and bits and pieces of baubles, his blood-stained, kind of rusty, spiky, heavy, small-sized iron boots remain standing where he was.
Can I make eye contact with the one over here, over the troll's over the troll's
Oh, yeah.
corpse?
Oh, yeah.
I make the I'm looking at you symbol.
Oh, the fingers.
Yeah.
Point to her eyes. Point at him. Then she leans her head back with her chin jutting out some.
See.
Oh, yeah.
My thing's all laggy. Why is it not letting me check things?
What, ping?
I'm trying to measure how many squares, and it's like, no, squares are not for you.
You're 30 feet away.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can, like, sneak.
Sneak around?
If I launch myself off the troll's corpse, I can get at him this turn. But no, I'll just make the your next hand gestures.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to, like, jump off of Alina and tumble forward, you could land in the square next to him.
Yeah, I don't feel that spry today.
Not today. Alright, this guy is going to... He's seeing a lot of shit happening. He's bloodied, so he's not having a good time. He's going to bail. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. And Banja, you're up.
Alright, who's left? Just that one guy? Alright, Mbaja's gonna walk up.
Also can't hover over things and have them be highlighted.
What?
Usually when you hover over the turn order, it'll highlight whatever thing you're hovering over.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Not
roll
working for me
20
right
is
now.
being weird.
My RAM
Oh.
went down.
And we're going to cast, where was it that I just had? Flaming Sphere.
Oh no.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to throw it forward at the last red cap.
All right. 5-foot diameter sphere, unoccupied space. Dexterity saving throw. Your DC is 14.
Yes.
All right, he eats shit. He's got boots. Big, heavy boots. What's the damage?
Ten fire damage.
10 fire damage. So he catches fire as this ball of flame just bumps into him and stays on him like a very angry red volleyball, but huge. He shrieks as he feels pain. He's not supposed to feel pain, but that's not bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So fuck it. So that's your spell casting as action, your bonus action, and you moved. All right.
Yeah, buddy. That's it.
His turn. He starts his turn next to the sphere. Let me see here.
Why? Make him stop. Just move, bro.
Just fucking move, man. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. I don't think he takes additional damage. So yeah, he's gonna move out of the sphere's range, pat himself down, and make a morale check. And the drugs aren't that good. He looks to the left, looks to the right, looks to the blood, looks to the body of the troll.
Yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out.
And dips. The air grows quiet. The scent of greenery, blood, and the mild smell of body funk and decay hangs heavy in the air. The forest has grown silent due to the altercation. It is no less magical, as a certain serene calmness settles into the surrounding scenery. The troll's blood continues to bubble on the ground. You see little ripples on the surface, little mounds forming here and there.
I would want to check
So-
out some mounds to make sure they're not baby trolls.
I mean, if they were baby trolls, you could always give one to the resident wizard.
Are we still in the initiative?
Initiative is over. Y'all can act of your own accord.
I'm going to head over to the troll, cautiously making sure everything's safe, and I'm going to see if I can find that instrument that he was playing.
Nearby, you find a stringed instrument of wood. It's not very well made. The strings are tight, made out of some kind of maybe horsehair, maybe some kind of other material. It's not very well polished and very well put together. In fact, the neck, the fret, is a little dented, a little pitted, and a little bent. Alina, you identify this weapon, this string instrument immediately as a banjo. It is a banjo.
I am going to use my Eldritch Sight Knack to cast Detect Magic.
All right, you cast Detect Magic. As you look around, well, the first thing that happens is that you're kind of taken aback by the bloom in the area. The grass, the trees, the flowers, the mushrooms, and the blood all do appear to have some ambient magic to it. It's in shades of different pastels, pinks, purples, golds, all indicative of Feywild magic, as though the area were touched by the Fey in some way. Looking upon the troll, you see that there are a number of knickknacks and bits and baubles that have, I guess, ambient magic to them. With your Eldritch Sight, you identify that they are not. Well, they're not from the material plane. They're from elsewhere. They may not have an immediate purpose, but the trinkets themselves are not from here, so they resonate differently. The banjo itself does not appear to have magic to it, aside from the fact that it's simply not natural from this world. Your attention is drawn toward the set of boots in the ditch.
Incognitus will kind of poke around and at the mushrooms and stuff. And are any of these fly Arabic, fly agaric, or whatever we're looking for?
Mbanje will lean down and try to identify. He does have an herbalism kit, but he is also versed in nature and survival.
Okay, so first things first. The boots themselves, Vanya, as you're looking with your magical sight, you see that they do have magical energy to them. They have some kind of magical power. It's not evocation, it's not necromancy, it's not abjuration, or any magic that you're familiar with. It just seems to resonate with Fey power. There's some kind of magical strength to it. And that's all you can really ascertain by looking at them with just detect magic. So you poke around with the mushrooms. Do you actually poke a mushroom?
I sort of barely nudge them with the tip of my foot.
Alright, so you find a mushroom and you kind of nudge it with your foot, and the bulbous cap of it kind of swells up a little bit, and it produces these globules of deep crimson red across its white surface. It seems to react as though a living animal of some kind against your foot, just reacting to the stimulus. It seems to get bigger a little bit. And Banje, you have your herbalism kit, so you can make a survival check. No, just give me an herbalism kit check. Use your wisdom. So roll, add wisdom, add proficiency.
Well, wisdom is already its attribute, so
Fantastic. 13. You look through these mushrooms, and you search and you search and you look around. You know you're looking for fly agaric, and not in the blood and not in the ditch, but under Zalarus's wing in a shady spot next to some oak leaves. You do find a patch of the poisonous psychedelic fly agaric mushroom. You find enough to not only carry on with this potion, but enough that maybe you might want to keep. With that 13 check, some of these other mushrooms around here, the ones that are growing from the redcaps and the nodules that are growing out of the troll's blood, they're not natural. Your herbalism kit, with your wisdom and your knowledge and your field guide, you can't really ascertain what these things are. They don't look like they're native to Tikal.
this is some wild stuff, man. Mbaja is gonna look around shiftily and start gathering samples of whatever he can. So take it back to the lab. But of course, he's gonna alert the others that he's found fly agaric.
Mm-hmm. Vanya, as you're digging through bits and pieces and looking for magic stuff, on the same red cap that had fallen with its boots, you do find what appears to be a small palm-sized rock carved into the shape of a face and profile. It resonates with a magical energy that you identify as evocation magic.
The mushroom growing from the Redcaps, is it the Hyndelum pecky,
I don't know what that is.
the bleeding tooth fungus?
One of them is a bleeding tooth fungus.
Rob, I kind of mentioned this earlier. I think it may have gotten missed. Alina's gonna check those mounds to see what the fuck
Right.
they are.
Right on. Yeah, go ahead and give me like a. What are you using to check? You just physically look them over, pick them up,
Yeah.
check them around.
I mean, I'm not gonna touch them because I feel like someone would yell at me if I touched them. But I'm definitely like peering at them and looking at them.
Good to note. You look about the.
Probably survival if I can.
Oh yeah, you can roll a check certainly. You can roll a survival.
Oh, that's good. 22.
22 survival. So you're looking to see if there's any connection to the troll, and you're thinking back to like fairy tales, nursery rhymes, the things that Mama would have told you. These mushrooms, as you're looking through them, and as you look through the mounds, you do find that they are mushrooms that are growing underneath the surface of the troll's blood. They're growing at an accelerated rate. They are just swelling to life, absorbing the fluid, absorbing the nutrients from the ground. It's like, you ever see those time lapses of mushrooms
Oh
growing?
yeah.
It's like that, but like happening in real time, but like really, really fast like. So some of them are starting to sprout above the goo and like spread their gills out. Others are just getting really, really round and like, this looks like this looks scary, it might pop kind of deal. You identify that these mushrooms, there's a magical quality to them. They definitely feel fairy in nature, like Feywild in nature. They speak to the nursery rhymes, to the cautionary tales, less to the grim and spooky, and more to the whimsy and mischievous tales, like stories about, a little girl ate a mushroom and she grew to the size of a house and she cried and her tears swept the house away, kind of deal. Stories like that kind of tickle the back of your mind as you look at these over. You do not see any small, angry, growling babies, just mushrooms.
Then I'm going to leave the plants to the people who know plants, and I'm going to go retrieve Thorax's contract.
All right. You make your way to the bag, into the supplies, and you see that there's a lot of dwarvish gear around. You quickly clock that some of these are independent contractors from town. You do see some emblems of the Stonemender Guild, and you find the paper, now somewhat bloodied, on the ground. It does appear to be a legitimate contract from Thorhack Redstone. He was requisitioning hide, bone, claws. He had managed to secure some kind of contract where he would build things and get to keep some of the materials for himself.
As everyone else is doing plant stuff, I will do bones and body stuff, and do my best to fulfill the contract and gather the Stonemender's gear. Can I look around to see if there's bodies? Like, did they die or were they spooked?
You can roll an investigation check to depict the crime scene. There's been a lot of scuffling and moving about, though.
I'll blow
I mean, a body's a body, of course, but
I'll blow my last
you roll to
memory.
determine what you get.
Yeah, still. That's not great. That's a 16.
A 16 on die, so you think, and this is not your forte. What did you roll on the memory?
A whole 6, so, like...
A whole 6?
They
A
were
whole
super helpful, they were in a language I didn't speak or something, I don't know.
Yeah. You look around and you begin to search for signs of things. And you're stumped for a few moments, but as you think and you close your eyes and you open your mind, you feel like a hand on your shoulder. And you don't see it, but you feel a finger, a hand pointing out in a direction. And you get some impressions in the back of your mind from what feels like maybe keener eyes than you. Perhaps a inquisitor of sorts held these memories. Um, I mean, like Inquisitor, not like Bones Inquisitor. You see heavy footprints that plant their balls of their feet leading out into the woods. You see heel marks where you can kind of envision where someone had stood their ground and, like, blood splatters nearby. You don't see signs of a lot of human blood or dwarvish blood. You do see dropped gear, you see dropped weapons, you see dropped gold on the ground. It does seem more like creatures were spooked, wounded, and, much like the ones you encountered earlier, scattered into the jungle, which perhaps could be even more dangerous for them.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I mean, not like the, rando hammer, but if there's, personal items or gear, I'll gather it up and pop it on my
You
shoulder.
spend some time looking around. You spend some time together, I think. And it looks like, there's a lot of gear here. It looks like they had set up and were established with that investigation check of 16. It looks like there was an established project happening here that was interrupted.
Yeah.
There's scaffolding, there's stools, there's tools that are still being in the process of being used.
And
that's what you get.
One last clarifying question before I stop hogging the limelight. When we were fighting the troll, did he say? He said something. Did he say this gate is his? I couldn't tell if it was like this gate is mine, or if he was talking about loot. I think it was just a comprehension problem.
He referred to a gate of some kind.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard, but I wanted to double check. Cool. This is super great. We need to get what we need and head back to the commission. I need to make a report about this. A proper one this time.
Alright. So, as you make that declaration, harvesting checks, geek over mushrooms, is anyone else doing anything for the immediate future?
LD's gonna ask if they should burn the bodies like they did with the other thing, because the blood is kind of not good.
Yes, after we have a moment to harvest troll. They are hard to come by, and I think they might be useful.
Hilly kind of makes a weird face and just lets the gatherers do the gathering while she's just gonna patch up her own wounds.
I call dibs on the heart.
Oh, gross. Right, so you guys begin to harvest bits and pieces. Incognitus, what you up to?
Well,
if anything... Oh, you're good.
I was gonna say... our wizard did not say anything about the boots being cursed or what have you, so I think I'm gonna dig those boots out of the muck.
Alright. Vanya, do you contest the boots?
She's making her face at him. No, I would have when I was doing my magic checks, I would have just kind of gathered everything I found and kind of set them aside into a corner onto the side for us, with the intention of just collecting anything that might be useful. And then I went on to work on the troll while Mbanje was doing the plant. So, not contesting. I can identify them for us later, but just wanted to...
I can't see any token movement, so I don't know if you came around to over here. I don't even know where you currently are on the map.
I haven't moved my token, but I assume since everyone's kind of investigating and poking around that we're all kind of around.
Alright, Incognitus, you fish the boots out of the muck, and they're covered in blood. There is so much blood on this. You don't know how much of it is the Redcap, how much is Alina, and how much is the last victim. They are heavy. They are heavy iron boots. But as you look them over, they look like they're about the right size. They have some spikes on them. They don't look uncomfortable.
Do they ironically look like they have shoelaces or anything to tie themselves together with?
Yeah, there's some straps and buckles that you could tie them together and sling them over your shoulder if you want.
Them together and sling them over the spike on the top of my warhammer.
You take a fucking nerd. I'm taking your shoes. Yeah, you sling them on your spear and you hold on to them. Or the spike of your axe. Vanya or Mbanje, or both of you, as you guys discuss what to do with a troll's heart, you may, if you so desire, make alchemy or herbalism or arcana checks.
Oh, I know I don't know what I can use it for just now, but I have ideas on trying to just store it safe, and make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
So
Sure.
I have 6 in medicine and an herbalism kit. What do you got?
I've got an arcana check. I don't know exactly what can be done with it. I just know that things can be done with it.
All right, so you're making checks separate then?
I guess so. I'm gonna roll a medicine check.
All right, medicine check's not going to help.
Oh shit!
Arcana, herbalism.
You did say it. You did totally
Medicine,
say that.
medicine.
Oh no! I'm sorry. You did totally read out what was good.
Got it. Cool. 19 herbalism. Well, as you think it over and you collect your thoughts, you turn to the legitimate sources of medicine, the legit sciences, the actual healing, not so much the recreational sciences. And you think about troll's blood. Troll's blood is the name of not just the fluid that runs inside of a troll's veins, but the name of a potent restorative. Not a legendary, but it's on the tier of probably snake oil. Unless it actually works, then holy shit. It's known to regenerate bones, regenerate teeth, regenerate lost limbs. Supposedly. You know that trolls themselves, if harvested correctly, can have their restorative properties extracted. Heart might get the job done. Don't eat it, though. Do not eat troll.
No, God, no. What other parts would be worth taking? A spleen, a liver, a lung, not so much. Maybe a liver and a bone.
All right. As you guys consider your options, which body parts to pick, which flora to take with you, which mushrooms to pluck, which boots to wear, which bodies to bury, you understand that there's only so much room in the chest of preserving. Other things might rot. They might not. Depends on how you treat them. As you stand in this place of power, Zalyrus's Landing, an apparent gate of some kind, so valuable that this troll would put their entire career on it, and their life as well. We're going to call it.
Indeed.
Yes.
This was a good fight.
Glad you guys had fun. Fights are usually not fun when they drag on that long, but you guys seem to enjoy it. If not, I'll make them squish you next time, maybe.
No, you're fine.
No, it felt
Just
good.
have fewer of them.
It was a good
Hit like trucks.
It was a good knockdown, drag out. Like this is dangerous fight.
Hell yeah!
And it was knockdown, drag out, dangerous. Enough so that I think you guys have earned another level.
Yay!
Sweet.
I know you're just getting used to the one you have, but I think you guys deserve it.
Wait, what?
I think you guys deserve it.
We leveled.
I mean,
Oh shit!
You guys just got the last level, but I think this is tough enough that maybe you should. All right. So, you guys got some harvesting to do. Let me know what you guys want to do in IMs, and I will address them. You guys also have, well, you had a side quest. Whether or not you guys decide to head a few miles north to the Magdalena Coconut Farm and help them with their situation, or head right back to town, or head out into the jungle to look for these workers. Do let me know what the party decides, whether you decide to take one route, take another route, or split the party.
Okay.
I just can't wait until Hildy's like, wow, I can't wait to get paid for this. And everyone looking at her like, what do you mean? No one's getting paid for this.
This is pro bono. What the fuck's a pro bono mean?
There may have been a reason that Alina picked up that Thorak contract and was like, I'm just gonna fiddle away at this for a minute. Everyone else has got the plants, but I can skin a dragon.
I mean, you certainly can. If you want to spend the rest of your time here to skin a fucking dragon, go for it.
Oh, I'm not skinning the whole dragon. I'm just like, oh, he wants some joints from the dragon. All right, I'll just grab that, toss it in.
Yeah.
Like they had already gotten a bag of collected bits, so I could just throw that shit in the bag and like be like, here, we did a thing.
There should be a class or like a spell or something that allows you to essentially strip mine a body. Like level 2, flay flesh has to already be dead.
I feel like it belongs in like the Grave Cleric domain and like the Circle of Spores druid for real though.
Yeah. Oh shit. Vanya. You have servants who don't get tired.
I do.
I'm just saying, you can put them on autopilot and come back later.
Yeah, just have them strip the body completely down.
I mean, you saw it was a practice being performed at the dump.
They're skilled in
Note
it.
on the back of each of them, unofficial business, do not interrupt.
The funny thing is, that would be an accepted note. That would be observed and respected.
Yeah, I mean, Alina's a blackguard. She'll put her name on it.
Good to know.
Signed, Alina. Penis mark.
That's how you know it's really... Actually, it's like emoticon wings. That's how you know it's Alina's real signature.
Oh man. It's fucking great. Alright.
Stonemender gonna be so mad.
He's gonna be pissed. His boys bolted into the woods and lost the fucking contract? You're kidding. Redstone's contract, no less. He's not gonna live that down.
Nope.
No?
But Alina's like, oh, you know, my Uncle Thorak? Yeah, that I'm not allowed to call... And I'm not allowed to call him Uncle Thorak, but, yeah, do him a favor.
Favors are valuable things.
Yeah, especially when they're from fucking Thorak. He's a good man to owe you a favor.
Word? Alright, I'm gonna pop off of voice chat and stop this stream here. Delete some enemy characters.